What's up, Men's Physique fans, and welcome back to another video. The 2026 season is officially underway, and we already have top Olympians, Erin Banks, Ben Quill, Drew Cullen, and so many more stepping on the stage early. And Ryan Terry makes it very clear that he is not slowing down. He is not only looking to compete in the 2026 season, but he's also looking to make history. And with that, the question still lingers. Who is the greatest men's physique athlete of all time? This debate has been going on for years and is only getting more difficult to answer. I'm curious to know what you guys think, but nonetheless, before we get to there, I want to remind you guys that I'm now taking on one-on-one coaching clients. So if you are a friend or looking to compete, step on stage for the first time, or even get nationally qualified, we're getting ready to head into the off season. If you're looking to put on some muscle, make sure you click the link in my bio. I can tell you guys this right now, it will not be easy. Straight up. But I promise you, if you want a coach who's going to prioritize communication, if you want a coach who's going to actually slow down to learn your body, right? Not any cookie cutter broad bullshit. All you guys have to do is click the link in my bio. Like I said, it won't be easy. But if you're looking to raise your standards and you're also looking to find somebody who's going to hold you accountable to actually reach your fullest potential, all you guys got to do is click the link. And now that we got that out of the way, I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy this video.
Grapevine, but I ain't hearing nothing great. No, they want to take it all from me, so I give what it takes. Whole life been a miracle, seen everything but a cape. Why would I stop now? Found everything on a journey, but another way. Look, I'm not.
The Hurricane Pro took place this past weekend in St. Pete, Florida, and I had the opportunity to be there live and in person to see what was an epic battle between our top two finishers, Drew Cullen and Ben Quill. But before we get to your top two, I do want to quickly give flowers to the top four finalists, starting off with your fourth place finisher in Ray Williams. Guys, Ray is a guy who is likely falling under the radar in the 2025 season. In his first show ever as a pro, his pro debut, he competed against Alex Rogers, where he placed second at his pro debut. There's not many people out there in the world who have the capability of bringing a physique to the stage so shortly after just turning a pro and being this close to the Olympia stage, and he was just that. And the reason why he placed second was because he probably had one of the best peaks that I have ever seen. Not just in the 2025 season, but in my entire life. This guy brought an insane package. Again, look at his physique at Texas, right? You could see the fullness, you can see the separation, you can see the detail, you can see his muscle pushing back against the skin. He's not the biggest guy, but you can see every little detail throughout his physique. That is a perfect peak. And that's what we saw here in Texas. But when we fast forward here at the Hurricane Pro, he brought a great physique. It wasn't necessarily the peak that he had in Texas, but he looked absolutely phenomenal. And this is a guy with a lot of potential. Just needs to grow a little bit more density in the back. Needs to continue just to grow in general. He's a taller guy, but I'm telling you guys, keep an eye out for Ray. Coming in at third place, coming out of the UK. How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
Is none other than Emil Walker. Now, Emil is a multi-time Olympian. Emil is a 6-time pro show winner. Emil, when coming into a show, has expectations of winning the show. Now, even though Emil brought a great package and a much improved package than the package that he brought there just a couple weeks later at the Olympia, it doesn't change the fact that he was going against some dogs. And though Emil is a dog, he needed to tighten up and he needed to bring just general pop to his physique in order to stand next to that top two. But Emil looked phenomenal. Again, he knows what he needs to do. We had a conversation after the show. He knows what he needs to do. And we're going to see him do it. And he'll be back on stage very soon. And coming in at second place was, without a doubt, the best version of Drew Cullen that we have ever seen on a bodybuilding stage. Drew was full. Drew was conditioned. Drew's detail was probably the best in the show, and Drew brought a much improved back. Now, we know when it comes to Drew, his limitations will simply come from his back, but his front shot is so good. Guys, his front shot is so good, and he manipulates the waistline. His presentation is better. He even put a new posing routine together for this show. He's bringing everything new to the stage. You can clearly see it here. He is coming. I'm telling you guys, the best version of Drew Cullen was this weekend. You can see he still needs to continue to improve the back, and he will. I promise you. I'm telling you he will. But this version of Drew can stand next to anybody, especially from the front. We know most shredded is going to be the most shredded. We know that Drew will be detailed. The question always is, will he be able to maximize his fullness with having to get down to the weight cap and then having to then springboard right back in the opposite direction and trying to bring his fullness? There's been shows where he missed it, but there has been shows where he nailed it. And this was a show that he absolutely nailed it. Again, my favorite package that Drew's ever brought on any given stage. If he can continue to do this, bring this with more back, I'm telling you guys, Drew, he's not going to be a third call-out guy anymore. And the winner of the 2025 Hurricane Pro is none other than your current 11th ranked men's physique athlete in the world in Ben Quill. Now, on paper, going into the show, it was very clear that Ben was the favorite. Why? Not only did he have the highest placing at the Olympia, but he also continuously brings a consistent package. And when a guy is generally consistent, you can account for him to be on. Meanwhile, where there's other guys who might be on one show and might be off another, he has started to build a resume of consistency. He brings general fullness, he brings solid density, especially highlighting the new muscle that he has, and always brings great conditioning, has great midsection detail. Now, was this Ben's best look? No, it was a phenomenal look, and it arguably probably was the best look here in the 2025 season, but I think looking at Ben's physique, there can be more. And that's the scariest thing, because if this wasn't even the best version of Ben, but he beat some of the best version of other guys, it speaks volumes on just how much Ben's physique is being rewarded in the men's physique division. Wide shoulders, small waist, added tons of tissue. His chest fullness is significantly improved, which was a previous weakness. But when it comes to the peaking process, I feel like Ben can be harder and he can be drier. And guys, granted, and be honest, the lighting was not the best. And even in there in person, there was a certain glare from the angles that I was sitting. But me being Ben's friend and also being a subjective, I guess, maybe not so subjective point of view, I know Ben is going to be significantly better and bring a significantly better package at whatever future show he's going to do. I'm telling you guys right now, Ben Quill is the future of men's physique. Now, whenever we get an Olympia champion competing outside of the Olympia, you better believe we're going to talk about it. And your 2025 Mexico Pro champion is none other than your former Olympia champion in Erin Banks. Now, Erin just competed at the Olympia 1 week before. He decides he doesn't love the package that he brought there, even though it was a 4th place finish. 4th best in the world. He felt like he had nothing to lose, and he continued on, competed just 1 week later at the Mexico Pro, and brought a significantly improved package. Now, was this the best version of Erin Banks? Absolutely not. But it doesn't change the fact that it speaks volumes on how Erin cannot even be really what I would consider close to his 100%. But yet and still dominate over everybody, even other Olympians easily, and just continue to run the gauntlet, not only win shows and be in the conversation there at the Olympia. Like, let that sink in. We are seeing not the best version of Erin Banks, yet we are saying this might be the best version of Brandon Hendrickson, Ali Bilal, Ryan Terry, but he is just behind them. So imagine this structure with a little bit tighter of a waistline, more detail through the midsection. We don't even have to say anything about the back because he already has the best back in the men's physique division. So if this continues and he just fine-tunes what we've already seen him do in the past, guys, I know you guys say that I love Erin, and it's true because I'm another taller guy. I'll be honest. I have to admit that. But again, structure will always reign supreme. You know, when we talk about the look of men's physique, it's the structure. But again, when it comes to the waistline, when it comes to the detail, that is what he is missing, especially compared to those top guys. But if Erin Banks can ever match those guys, let's be real. He has the least weaknesses of anybody else in that top conversation. I really do think that Erin Banks could be the best in the world again. But he needs to show up better than what he has been showing up over the last few shows. Even the Arnold was solid. Like, if he can bring the Arnold, but again, even more detail, he's going to be really hard to beat. But it was very easy win for him here at the Mexico Pro. And looking at this top 4 call out, we have Gochez, another former Olympian. Again, a guy who just really needs to tighten up, man. If he can bring that next level condition, he's going to be really hard to stand next to. Then we have your 2nd place finisher just to the left of Erin. This is Ismael. He looks absolutely insane. Again, full to that brim. He's lost a certain level of detail over the years that he used to have back in the day. And if he can bring in that midsection detail, maybe it was just the size that he puts on because he's a smaller guy but carries tons of size. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know what it is, but if he can fix that, he's going to be another problem. Again, he looked phenomenal here. Big, full, round guy. And then the guy who probably peaked the best in the show to the far left, I don't even know his name. You know, he had the best tan. He had great detail, great general fullness. Again, not tons of muscle, but maximized the muscle that he actually had. Honestly, I was probably the most impressed with his peak. He looked absolutely phenomenal. For the Mexico Pro, did not disappoint, and Erin Banks wins another show. All right, guys, can we finally settle this debate? Like, can we finally put this to rest? Who is the greatest men's physique athlete of all time? On my Instagram, I made a post and I basically asked that same question. And I asked, is it Brandon Hendrickson? Is it Jeremy Buendia? Or is it Ryan Terry? And the comments were pulling in every single direction. Some were screaming Ryan Terry. Others were saying it's very clear Jeremy Buendia is the GOAT. And then others were saying that Brandon Hendrickson was without a doubt the undisputed greatest men's physique athlete of all time. And to me, I thought it was clear, but it's very clear that it's not. Now, I want to quickly give you some stats. Brandon Hendrickson has won 13 pro shows. In that, has also won 3 Olympias. And with that, has also never placed outside of the top 5. Now, we have Jeremy Buendia, a guy who is generally known for not competing outside of the Olympia. He has won a grand total of 8 shows. So that's not that small. He's won 4 Olympia titles and 4 regular season shows. Most people in their careers won't even ever win 4 regular season shows. I mean, I've only won 2 so far. So let that sink in. And then Ryan Terry, the current 3-time Olympia champion. A guy who has 11 pro show wins, a UK, an Arnold Classic, so on and so forth. Now the question is, who is the greatest of all time? Not who is the most impactful, not who has done the most for the men's physique division, but who is the greatest based off of resume, based off of who they've beaten, when they were actually on stage. For me, I thought it was Ryan Terry. The 11 shows are what is one thing, but the 3 back-to-back Olympia wins, not only making dramatic improvements from prior, but the one that really stuck out to me is the fact that over the 10 years that he's competed in the men's physique division, he has placed every single placing in the top 10. And has beaten what I personally believe is the most competitive lineup in the men's physique division history. He has beaten all of the previous champions, and he is only getting better. Again, Ryan Terry has consistently shown he can improve at a top level. Now, granted, I don't need to sell you guys. I don't want to hear it. I'm just giving you guys my personal opinion, but I want to hear yours. Is it Brandon Hendrickson? Is it Jeremy Buendia? Or is it Ryan Terry? Comment below, because this one honestly, this one took me for a whirlwind. I did not expect most people to not agree with me on the Ryan Terry debate, but I'm curious to know what you guys think. Now, speaking of the GOAT debate and Ryan Terry specifically, there's one thing that would absolutely make the GOAT debate not even a debate anymore. And it's if Ryan does what he just talked about in a recent podcast, which he highlighted is his new goal. Let's take a listen.
If I was to retire anytime soon now, I'd feel like it's a cop-out. I feel like I've not reached the potential yet, and I want to be able to break those records and set my own records. In 2 years' time, if I could get 5 titles and bow out gracefully, then.
And before the 2026 season even kicks off, Ryan Terry is making it very clear, and he's putting all of the retirement rumors to rest and telling his competitors that for at least 2 more years, you're going to have nightmares about me, because I am not going anywhere. Now, when you take a step back and look at the landscape of men's physique, you can actually sit there and say that Ryan Terry has a good chance of actually doing this, winning 2 more titles before anybody else and retiring as a 5-time champion, breaking the record, and undisputably being the greatest men's physique athlete of all time. I currently think he is now, but if he wins 1 more title, I think we can all agree that it's done. The conversation is done. But he wants to win 2 more. He wants to set himself as the greatest of all time and put himself in a pedestal that nobody else has ever been to in the men's physique division. Guys, when you look at the landscape, it can happen. Ryan Terry has the least weaknesses. Ryan Terry is a guy who is generally pretty consistent, but there is a chink in his armor. We have seen it from prejudging the finals. We're prejudging it's lights out, best version of Ryan Terry, but at finals, not necessarily. But if it was flipped and Ryan Terry was probably the worst version of Ryan Terry that we've seen over the last couple of years, and he did that on prejudging, guys, I'm telling you, it could have been a different conversation. Ryan Terry did not look his best at finals, but yet he got the win. Ryan Terry didn't look his best in 2023, but yet still got the win. Ryan Terry is still able to win, but a lot of these guys are closing these gaps. And I'm telling you guys, it's going to be harder and harder. We saw it with C-Bum at the top, where it was so hard for him. Not going to say so hard, but it was very close between him and Mike in that last year. And we're going to see the same thing with Ryan, right? Ryan is at 202. That is his weight cap. He can't go above it, and he can't go too much below it. Otherwise, he's flat as can be. So he's going to have to nail his peak every time. Ali Bilal, he didn't nail his peak in prejudging. If he nails it like he did at finals, it could be a different conversation. If Erin Banks brings back the detail like we talked about, it's a different conversation. If Brandon Henderson continues to improve his back and continues to just peak the way that he has for the Olympia, it's going to be a different conversation. I'm telling you guys, it's close at the top. But Ryan Terry is separating himself from the pack. And we're curious to know what you guys think. Do you think he is going to be the guy to get 5, or do you think the other guys in the field is going to catch up? Make sure you comment below. And we have a recent physique update from your current 7th ranked men's physique athlete in the world, just 3 weeks out from his next show, where he'll be going back to his home country of Romania. And I'm safe to say that he's bringing a much improved package, which is kind of a crazier thought process. Now, one thing that really shocked me about Andre Dayu's physique at the Olympia was how improved his back was. I'm telling you guys, Andre Dayu truly has one of the most impressive physiques in the world. It is extremely aesthetic, it's great conditioning, and he brought significantly improved detail through the midsection, and just overall balance from front to back, the aesthetics, the fullness, it's all there. The only area that does need to improve for Andre is a little bit more fullness through the chest. If he brings that, guys, I really do think he's one of those guys can easily move up and really give those top 3 guys a run for their money. I'm telling you guys, Andre Dayu's physique is truly untapped, and he's showing that he can get better and better. And if this back density continues to improve, he can arguably stand next to anybody from the back. Andre Dayu's guy, I'm telling you right now, he did great at this year's Olympia, 7th, especially after not competing for multiple years. But I'm telling you guys right now, Andre Dayu, he will be in that top 5 next year. He's going to be giving guys like Edvan Palmero a run for their money. He's going to be giving guys like Erin Banks a run for their money, and he can stand next to those top 3. Andre Dayu, I'm telling you guys, he's here. He's coming. And we'll get a chance to see it again in 3 weeks. And now that we're caught up on all things men's physique, I want to take a quick second to thank each and every single one of you guys for the consistent love and support on these videos. What do you guys want to hear me talk about next? Make sure you comment below. I'm personally thinking about highlighting some more amateurs and also trying to cover more international shows, but I want to cover what you guys want to see, so make sure you comment below. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button, guys. 18.5. We are slowly but surely moving up. The goal is to hit 25,000 subs, and we are this close. And if you guys haven't already, make sure you check out Manifest Competition Wear. And if you're looking for an online coach, click the link in my bio. I'm telling you guys right now, if you want to prioritize your overall health while maximizing your potential, click the link. All you got to do is click the link. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.